Okay, so I'm here at a Minecraft event in Leeds with Tutescape and the Common People, aka Adam and Alan. So thank you very much for joining us today. I'm just doing a little MOOC video for our viewers on the MOOC. So if I can ask you a few questions, we'll see how we go. Really?
Yeah, sure.
So what got you into Minecraft, first of all?
For me, it was a general fascination with computer games. I think I just saw some kind of blog post about it somewhere. Someone had made something in it, and then kind of fired it way in the back of my mind. And then I saw someone playing something that I thought was Dungeon Keeper on the train, when it didn't quite look like Dungeon Keeper. And I tried out the classic version, and the rest was history, I suppose, as they say.
Yeah, a friend phoned me up and went, I just bought a game. I've just spent 6 hours playing it. You've got to buy it right now because we've got to play it together. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. So I just said, okay, we'll do that. And and I started playing it, and I had seen the alpha version and the kind of, when Notch did the first kind of, it was just like the same coloured block everywhere. Yeah. And I remember someone tweeting me, because I was an early adopter of Twitter as well. It was like the first million. So someone had tweeted me then, like, check this out, it's really interesting. And I tried it and I thought, whatever. Yeah. It's not interesting. It's just a randomly generated world. And I thought, at that time it was not very interesting. The second time I played it, had trees in. I think it even had sheep in. And that's when I got into it again. And I thought, this is much more interesting. And then we got multiplayer, and then we got, and then very quickly a group of young people. I was working with young people at the time, we did something called Digital Soup Kitchen. Digital Soup Kitchen was like, we met on a Sunday, and I kind of facilitated just a get-together. Come bring whatever digital ingredient you want, and we'll all put it together in a big soup, mix it all up. So we did lots of experimental stuff, but it quickly became a Minecraft Sunday thing, where we'd all get together and play Minecraft together. And it, it's just amazing.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. One thing I hear an awful lot of people saying in terms of their first introduction to Minecraft is that everyone seems to say either that their friend was saying it's telling them that they have to play this, or that they were saying it to their friend. Or in my case, it was me and my friend saying it exactly the same time. There's this game I found it, you have to play it, and it's like Minecraft. That's exactly what I was going to say. And there's an awful lot of stories like that, especially from the early days of it, and now. Nowadays it's perpetuating still because an awful lot of people are seeing it. Although now it's everywhere, so for people now it's probably a very different experience of finding it because there's everything everywhere now. It's very strange.
Cool. Cool. So have you guys played lots of games growing up? Is that part of your background, your culture? You are computer gamers.
I suppose I'm a little bit older than Alan. I know it doesn't look like it. But I grew up with the BBC Micro and ZX Spectrum, and my parents bought me an Acorn Electron. That's what I got that in front of me, and I played.
This is freaky. This is exactly the same background I had.
And all those games, and I learned how to program in BASIC and that kind of stuff, and then I was the oldest one, and then my sister, my brother, they kind of got the consoles. Yeah. So I got the computer, and I was interested in computer games, and then I kind of left to go to university and all that kind of stuff, and they got the Sega Mega Drive and Nintendo and all that kind of stuff. And I missed out on that kind of thing, but I kind of got the original, the first taste of it really, and then left it all behind and did practical art stuff for many years, and then. And then had my own child and got back into it.
I think for me it was kind of a bit strange because I was at the tail end of the Acorn BBC computer era, so they were still being used at my school at the time. But at home it was I think it was either the Master System was the first thing I played on, or it was some DOS games. One of those two. Can't remember precisely which, but I remember Windows 3.1 being the first operating system I properly saw, and back then it was things like the point and click RPGs, and some of those I really loved, and it makes me really sad that the point and click RPG is kind of dead nowadays. I mean, you do see a few, but they were such great games at the time. But yeah, throughout my life, it's always been there, computer games in some way, shape, or form. And just to kind of tie in Minecraft a bit more, I think when I first saw Dungeon Keeper, you had that mechanic where you could go around with the imp and cut down walls and things. back then I was like, I wish I could do more creative in this. And Minecraft is essentially the game I was dreaming of back then. And I think that's one of the reasons it resonates with people like us so much.
Yeah, you could build stories into it. And I remember that when I saw Tomb Raider for the first time, I wasn't playing it. I saw someone else playing it because they bought their amazingly powerful PC, and I was like, oh wow, look at this. And what fascinated me was it was sort of film. I loved film and I loved kind of storytelling and film storytelling, and Tomb Raider was that first kind of video game that kind of did that really well for me. And I was like, it's amazing. And I didn't know video because for me it was like beep, 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 or Elite. But Elite was kind of
Well, that's still that storytelling. It's an exploring of worlds, isn't it? And there's massive worlds that you were exploring, and the gameplay.
It was something really that Nintendo really pioneered, wasn't it? The storytelling properly. I mean, you had things like Elite beforehand, but they didn't really have the character-based storytelling. And that was something that was kind of like late 80s, early 90s. I mean, you did have some character-based stuff before, but it was never really pushed. And of course, you had the legendary moment with ET and stuff like that. But yeah, it's very interesting that early phase when stories started really getting brought into it was very interesting. I mean, Tomb Raider was pivotal in that.
Huge, massive. I couldn't wait. I was like, this is great because it's like I want to play the next bit because not because I want to play the game. I just want to find out what happens next.
I'm aware everybody says that you can remember your first night in Minecraft. Did you guys survive your first night in Minecraft? Did you get killed?
I think I did, but I had a slightly unfair advantage that I was playing with a friend who had already played.
So
I think I did survive my first night.
I just went into a hole and put dirt over me and just sat there for 20 minutes in the dark. Waited till the sun came out and listened to all the nonsense.
I've heard that recently, actually, that story, that the whole sitting in the dark for all night on your first night. Because,
terrifying. But that's why, the YouTube phenomenon came up. You got Paul Source Jr. Doing one of the very first tutorial videos about how to survive your first night in Minecraft. What a brilliant kind of video that he made that.
I think one of the first videos I saw of Minecraft was the cliche one. It's the Yogscast's first night in survival in Minecraft, which was them building a wooden house and just staying in that all night because they didn't know what they were doing. And I mean that was kind of one of the really famous ones in the first proper viral Minecraft videos there was. And that kind of helped us as well because we knew not to do that. Unfortunately, we did almost exactly the same thing, but
So when did you first realise Minecraft had educational potential?
I started bringing it. I was working in schools, and at the time that I was working in schools, we were doing things like animation projects and film projects and things like that. And then often at the end of the day, there was a little bit of time when I kind of finished it all, and I'd started to play. I brought in SPORE, and I put SPORE on a big screen, and I started doing SPORE lessons, if you like. So we would generate and create creatures in that. And at that point, I realised the educational benefit. I saw SPORE as being educational, and that we could use it for stimulating writing and storytelling and all sorts of different things. And the big thing in schools at that point was a cross-curricular project-based learning, huge. And they wanted to kind of see that. So I was using video games for that, and I was looking out for new video games all the time that could do what I wanted to do. And I was interested in Second Life, and I tried to get Second Life to work in schools, failed miserably. And so I've been waiting for that multiplayer. I'd even thought, and I've been playing World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft had kind of nearly done it as well. But again, you're married to a story, you're married to a narrative, you're married to a progression route. So I was thinking at the time of creating my own game. I was thinking, and I wanted it to be a little bit like World of Warcraft, but a multiplayer kind of thing. And then Minecraft came along and answered all my prayers in one fell swoop.
I think like Adam is before Minecraft, we identified the computer games had real educational potential because I mean I remember like games like Civilization, it had the whole Civilopedia and Age of Empires as well, and all the other sort of games like that, and they held that little encyclopedia things, and they all had like the very obvious way of educating, which is the text based. Hey, this is what happened back in the day. But like subconsciously, you're already also learning other things. So like I mean, a kid learning about what a trebuchet is, and stuff like that. But there was also the passive thing that like by that stage I'd worked out like games like Portal being very educational in a strange way, because they're actually training you to do certain tasks. And then but with Minecraft, I think the point that I realised how much potential it had, I think rather than it just being educational, was when I first discovered Redstone, and I went, this is electronics logic. Kids are sat there learning electronics logic. And they don't even realise it, and it's suddenly like, and I was sat there trying to learn it and work it out, and you know, and it was engaging me to learn more and learn more and learn more, and every day I find something else that I think, oh, we could do this, and it's the thought has always been there, but the learning of how much potential it has, that was the moment that I realised. And
that's really interesting. Thank you. Now, Everyday Minecraft started off as a vanilla game of Minecraft, no mods, no nothing, vanilla game of Minecraft. Do you have a preference for teaching with vanilla Minecraft, or do you prefer a modded approach to delivering, or do you match it to the need of the situation?
I've tried teaching about modded stuff, but the thing is, the modding community is so vast and so huge and so multi-layered that I kind of leave it to, I think if you want to do something interesting, you see modded stuff happening in Minecraft EDU, where teachers have got particular things that they want to do, so they might bring in a bit of computer craft, they might bring in something else, they might bring in NPC players and stuff like that. That works for them. So it works project by project. Vanilla Minecraft works for me because it's because I like embracing the largest community possible, who might not have modded stuff, who might not know how to do modded stuff. However, I'm trying to do a mods for moms and dads at the moment. Sort of video to help people kind of cross the bridge between what is a mod, because we did a session a couple of weeks ago on a Sunday, and all I did for most of the session was to mod Minecraft on people's PCs. So they were like, I want this mod, and I want this mod, and I want this mod, and the mum and dad were like, we don't know what to do. Right. So we downloaded Forge, we got the mods in, we kind of pushed it all together, and we started up. And I tried to teach, and I suddenly realised that, if we're being asked these kind of questions now, it might be.
We're uncovering the gaps all the time, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. You can see where what people want and what people can't do. Yeah.
I mean, the interesting thing actually to point out is what is a mod nowadays, because I mean, a lot of the things we can do in vanilla Minecraft are pretty much along the lines of modded content. Yeah. But I mean, in terms of actual mods, the ones that there are definitely educational ones there, like directly educational ones, like things like computer craft is incredible for it, because it's LUA, and you'll see a kid sit down and learn LUA as a programming language in Minecraft, just to do something in Minecraft, and that directly right there is exactly what it is. But there are, I mean, the modding community, as Adam says, is gigantic. But the thing I find that's potential educational wise there is actually the modding community in its own right. Is the fact that you've got people sat there making a mod for Minecraft and teaching each other how to make a mod for Minecraft, and that is actually is slightly more advanced.
Community is a big part of it, isn't it?
It's slightly more advanced than the basic stuff, but you're seeing like 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds learning some of the more advanced like Java and things, and that is incredible. And people are doing it for free. And because they want to do it, and that is where
that's back to the engagement issue.
On the side of the modded, on the modded community, that is where the education is. So you have got mods that are educational in a sense, but no more so than vanilla is. I mean, some people will disagree with me on that one, but the main core there is the actual development of mods and people helping each other to do that.
So what subjects, this is more for the viewer's benefit really, what kind of subjects can you teach with Minecraft? Or is there a subject that is it easier to talk about subjects you can't teach with Minecraft?
Possibly, yeah. So, like, particular, So, it's difficult. We've kind of covered a lot.
Pretty much the national curriculum you feel could be
to be honest, whenever someone brings a subject to me and how do you educate us and do this in Minecraft, I will try and think of how to do it. I don't think there is a can't. I think
there's some shape maths and things like that we've had trouble with, I suppose. You know, if you dodecahedron, you know, it's not in Minecraft. So things like that. So shape maths and things like that. But there isn't a lot that I haven't come across that we haven't been able to kind of get over. And the nice thing about it is it's project. You know, it works best as a project-based learning system. It does often need a teacher if you want to do it formally, or if you want to do it informally, then it often requires some sort of, you know, intervention of some sort or another.
So what days do you think you can teach up to using Minecraft?
Sorry.
Hi, we've got an extra person. Did you want to ask Adam a question? Come and be on our video.
We're just
and ask Adam a question.
having an interview at the moment.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi.
Did you have a question for Adam? Oh, you're just coming and being. Okay, that's hi.
Come late. Come talk to me later.
Think of a question and come back.
Okay.
So, do you think you can teach? Is there any age you teach up to? Is it limited to secondary? Could you go up to further education? Can you go up to higher education?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't think there is a limit. You know, I've seen people from the age of, you know, a few years old up to 98 or beyond playing it and learning stuff from it. So, like the capacity for it to teach people stuff. I mean, it's like anything. Is you can learn something from it, and I think whatever you are, I mean. The interesting thing is, as I was saying, like you've got, even if you can't get it within the base game, you can learn from it by extrapolating a little bit. So I mean, like Adam was talking earlier today about how like he was bringing in GIS data into Minecraft, and that's actually quite advanced. I mean, that's higher education stuff. And so it's. I don't think there is a limit.
So we've got people interested at the university, for example, in doing flow mapping of rivers, so that they can understand how water might flow down a particular course and what happens when you change the water level in a particular river. Flow dynamics.
I think I've actually heard of a product.
So it's really interesting the boundaries it can reach.
Yes.
Okay. In terms of TateWorld, then you've recently been in the press for the development of TateWorld, and you're exploring the world of art through Minecraft. What was your biggest challenge in turning the idea into a reality?
It's there's several layers of kind of organisation to go through. So there's the Tate as an organisation and institution. There's me as a producer, and then there's someone like Alan, who they're kind of the builders as well. And also kind of other projects. So it's about project management. So I think it's about communication. And the thing that we've taken advantage of is that we're not all in the same space. Minecraft allows us to be, working around the world. So we've had to use online tools and other ways to communicate to get our kind of message across, and also to make sure that everybody is on the same page, if you like. So you know we've got researchers, we've got Tate wanting what they want to produce in there, making sure that we've covered these areas, and making it make sense as well. So
I think that for me certainly the biggest challenge is that a lot of the things we were doing haven't been done or hadn't been done, and we were pioneering something. So I had to sit there and teach myself to do some of this stuff, and that is. When you're trying to get to a deadline as well, that is incredibly challenging to do. But I mean, it's exciting though. And talking about learning things at Minecraft, I was learning stuff. But again,
that's project-based learning. You learn a lot of information on the go with the project because the project drives the learning.
But I like that kind of challenge. I thrive on that. So it's a good challenge to do. So, I think the challenge going forward is improving what we've done and making sure that it does keep people going ooh and ah. But that's like anything. Really.
I mean, it's great. I mean, I keep reminding everybody that what we're doing is groundbreaking. It's groundbreaking because it's never been this. Maps have been made before, yes. Have they been made with an institution like Tate? No. Have they? What the kind of things that we're trying to achieve with it are? We're going to try and make it available and meaningful. So we're producing maps that will possibly encourage people to think about art and to slightly understand art and to understand why. My personal remit is here are these paintings or these pieces of artwork. And what we want to do is we want to encourage people to engage with them on a little level or a really big level, and to make sure that's age appropriate throughout. So it's these work from kind of 7 to 13 as a kind of our target age range, but then and beyond, you know, and also why are these artworks in the Tate in the first place? You know, why are they important in the first place? And can Minecraft somehow unpick some of that that discourse? And let us know, you know, why these things are. So all the research and all that kind of stuff behind it should somehow answer that question.
So how do you choose your building or design partners when you're starting on a project? What's your criteria for choosing a build partner?
It's difficult, that one, I think.
You won loads of awards, and I thought you'd be good at it.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. That's very honest.
I think at the end of the day, we all have a very long list of people we can go to, and for me, it's always who I think I can work with. And I mean, because there are some tremendous builders out there. I mean, I'm nowhere near as good as a lot of those people out there. Shh, don't tell me. But there are some. But at the end of the day, it's who you can work with as a team. And you know, at the moment, like I've done an awful lot of work for myself on the TateWorlds, but like at the same time, it's sometimes I've got to go, hey, can you help me with this, please? But in terms of actually choosing people nowadays, it's kind of difficult. Is this person going to be good at building this kind of thing, or are they going to be good at achieving this mechanic? And it's kind of difficult to answer that one, because there are people that I go to in my mind for that, but it's not really a distinguishable set of things.
I mean, we've kept the list short for this particular one. So we've got Alan, we've got Cooper, and we've got Featherblade, and we've got Dragnos. Okay, so Dragnos is doing the main mechanics for pretty much all the maps. Alan, you did your own mechanics for the London map, and then
the New York map.
And the New York map, yeah, that's kind of how we're running it. And again, a lot of it's about project management. You know, working together, finding out who everybody is, and making sure we get the best out of people. So for me, being a producer is a kind of a new experience, because mainly I've been a creator. So you know,
very different experience.
Very different. It's amazing. So I'm learning a lot, and it's really interesting kind of process.
So some quick fire questions to end then. Favourite mod?
Computer craft.
Oh, I like mod packs. So
mod pack,
something
favourite
like,
mod pack?
like the build craft stuff, kind of industrial craft stuff.
I should have gone with that.
Yeah, I love all that kind of stuff.
It's hard.
Okay, Minecraft Vanilla or Minecraft EDU?
Vanilla.
Okay. PvP or peaceful?
PvP.
I like both, because I like peaceful, but I also like to shoot people if they annoy me. I'll say peaceful.
You can have both. Okay. Who's your favourite mob?
Favourite mob?
Yeah, skeletons.
Skeletrons.
Skeletrons. They always kill me. They're my nemesis, if you like.
Creepers, because of that rage you hear when they destroy someone's stuff, not when they destroy my stuff.
Okay, building, mining, or crafting?
Building.
Yes, from the builder.
Crafting.
Crafting. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Bucket or forge?
Forge.
Okay. So, for the future, what's the future of Minecraft in education? How long do you think this is going to be a useful tool to us in education?
Good question.
I reckon about 5 years.
I think
and then it'll either turn into something that's different. It'll either transform into something that's different. I think the educational stuff about it is not only Minecraft in itself, but Minecraft is a vehicle to transmit educational ideas, and that's there's all the stuff with Stampy and
there's longevity in that. The games. What tips would you give to an aspiring crafter who might want to follow in your footsteps?
Have fun with it. Try things out. If you have a mad idea, follow it.
Yeah. If you want to build something, just do it. And
get in touch.
And if you're not happy with what you built, try again. And just keep trying. And if you want advice, just ask people. And there are plenty of helpful people who are willing to give you constructive criticism. So yeah,
that's brilliant. Thank you. That's brilliant. Thank you. So finally, what projects can we expect from you guys in the near future? Any hints that you can give away?
Yeah, I've got a big Stampy project.
Yeah, great, big Stampy project.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds
So
interesting.
yeah, so
we look forward to that.
Yeah, so big educational show.
Yeah,
we're working with Stampy on. Yeah.
Okay.
We've got blockonomics. Which we can talk about.
Yeah.
I've got a few. How to put it without breaking any agreements? I've got a few. Shall we say PvP-based projects for some servers coming up, for some survival servers coming up, but I can't say much more about that beyond that.
And you got some lovely builds that you've done for some famous YouTubers and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I can't talk about that.
No, we can't
talk about
There's lots you can't talk about. Some exciting stuff coming from you guys.
I've got some really cool stuff coming.
Yeah.
Where do we find out about it from? Your Twitter feed's best place, or where's it going to be?
For me, my Twitter, which is Dukesape, which I probably want to write down instead of because I would never spell it.
Always on Twitter, yeah.
Always on Twitter, yeah. Like to the extent that it's always going on nowadays.
Great. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, you guys, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And I look forward
to
some more exciting stuff coming out from you.
No worries.
Thank you very much indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, take care, guys. Thanks.